MMS fear grips Chandigarh University. A girl is cornered for allegedly making obscene videos of other girl students bathing.
कितना गंदा काम घिनौना काम कर रही है तुम? इनकी क्या इज्जत नहीं है किसी की? फिर क्यों करती, किसके कहने पे करती है?
She is accused of circulating these videos.
प्रेशर किया था, प्रेशराइज किया था इसको करने के लिए।
पूरे विश्वविद्यालय प्रशासन ने फीस के करीब ये हंगामा बरप रहा है। वहीं कुछ छात्राएं अब हॉस्टल की तरफ दौड़ रही है।
News spreads like wildfire. Justice for Chandigarh University girl trends on campus and online. Rumors circulate that suicide attempts made by alleged student victims of MMS. The girl plus 2 men are arrested. Then comes a massive twist. The college and the cops claim no suicide attempts made. And there were no videos that were made of other students. The cops' version, the girl only filmed herself and sent the video to her boyfriend.
इसमें जो वीडियोस हैं उसमें से कुछ अपार्ट फ्रॉम जो एक स्टूडेंट का वीडियो की बात हो रही है, उसके अलावा कि किसी और के भी वीडियोस बनाए गए हैं, ये बात सरासर गलत है.
The students reject the cops' version. Protests rage on. Video of girl admitting guilt goes viral.
इसने मुझे बोला है कि वीडियो बना के मैंने नहीं करना, बार-बार बोल रहा था.
Forensic examination of phone of accused ordered. Till now, not a single MMS seen or leaked online. Cops stick to no MMS theory. Top focus on To The Point this evening. What is the truth of the Chandigarh MMS scandal? Were students victim of rumor mongering? Is the accused innocent and the victim of a witch hunt? Complete failure of Chandigarh University to deal with a sensitive issue. Is there a cover-up to hide the truth? Top focus on To The Point this evening.
All right, viewers, you know what we're going to do is, because there have been a lot of developments as well, and there is a lot of confusion on what exactly happened in the sequence of events. We're going to cut across and break down in terms of a timeline for you to get you to understand on what exactly went down, where did the confusion come in from. But before I do that for you, I want to cut across to our 2 reporters who've been tracking the story ever since Saturday. I have Kamaljeet Sandhu, who joins us. She's been at the Chandigarh University. Manjeet Sehgal, who's getting us the cops version and what the students also allege, because 2 very different versions coming in. We're going to play those versions all out for our viewers as well. But Kamaljeet, there are, as we play the unanswered questions out, there is now a theory which seems to emerge and gaining credence that the girl, with what the police says, could possibly be the victim of a witch hunt, because the police still believes that the girl circulated, or rather, the girl filmed herself and sent that video to her boyfriend.
Well, Preeti, do give me a patient hearing, because this entire thing is extremely sensitive. Now, the first version coming out from the Chandigarh University as well as the cops was that the girl had made her video and she had sent it to her boyfriend. Now, we believe that 2 people have been arrested, the girl and her boyfriend, but the 3rd person has also been under arrest. The 3rd person is a person who the boyfriend sent the video. So we really have to know as to what that video was. Was it of the girl or was it somebody else's? That is the key question. Now, the theory is that the forensic report will actually eventually come out with the answer whether any other video was shot. But prima facie, we've been told by the cops that the girl, she took that phone inside the bathroom and she was trying to make her own pictures. That is when the girls suspected that she was making video of other girls as well. That is where the confrontation happened. That is where you see the warden trying to confront the girl itself. But it is what the perception battle really now is, because everything is gone against the girl. So nobody is really listening to what the girl has to say or what her family would have to say. And it does seem that there's an overwhelming majority which believes that the girl was actually making a video of other women, and that is where putting the security as well as their privacy at stake. But remember, at this point of time, and the juncture actually believes that there are no such videos or MMS, especially in the public domain. But again, it's a matter of perception. And the students, obviously, they were very, very angered when Chandigarh University and Punjab Police came out with that press conference. They actually denied, one, that such videos were being leaked. Second, the incident where the women had panic attacks and somebody claimed that women had died. They were claiming that they were who attempted suicide, but later things got clarified. But meanwhile, things have been swung into action because the SIT has been put under place. Women at top have been actually ordered to look into the investigation. Second is about Chandigarh University, who suspended 2 of these women wardens, including one seen in the viral video. Now, one question is about handling of the incident, but second is, what if this girl is innocent? Should we not wait for the probe to get over to ensure as to what the version is really? But today is the time of instant justice, mob justice, and that is why it seems that angry students were not willing to listen to any of the police coming in from the cops. But the past 48 hours, things have changed, because remember, the students have now gone back home. Especially there's been a 1-week break to calm the picture down or calm the temperament down. But clearly, one is transparency in the probe would help, and second is to ensure that the privacy of both the victim as well of the other, even the accused, needs to be ensured, because the picture is not really clear. It is very vague. There are several layers to it. There are allegations, counter allegations, and obviously many believe the truth is far from the picture which is being projected from both the sides.
Stay on with me. I want to now cut across to Manjeet Sehgal, who's also been speaking to the cops. Manjeet, take us through now what has gone down. An SIT, an all-women SIT has been constituted, which is going to investigate the case. The police still maintains that this girl only made her own video and sent it to herself. But now there is a version, especially from one of the lawyers of the accused, which nobody quite understands what it means, because it seems the lawyer says there was another video of a girl whose face cannot be seen. Are there any videos in public domain or not?
Well, Preeti, let us begin with the contents of the FIR, which was registered on 18th of September at 7:15 by the Mohali Police. If we go through these contents, the manager of the hostel, who had consulted the warden first, clearly tells the cops that at least 6 girls had complained about the prime accused in the case, that she was clicking their pictures, she was making the videos. The hostel warden later confronted the girl, and that girl also confessed having made these videos. So this is the FIR, which is self-explanatory. But as far as the videos of other girls are concerned, the lawyer who appeared on behalf of these 3 accused today in a Kharar court also told media that he has personally seen another video that belongs to another girl, but her identity is not clear. So this is the second fact. But as far as the third and big fact, that is also a moot point, and the standoff between the protesters and the university and the police administration is how many videos were made. Remember, the protesters had claimed that many videos were in circulation which were deleted. Even the FIR also says that the girl had accepted, had confessed that she had deleted many videos. She can also
on the basis of what the girls have said. Those 6 girls have lodged the complaint. The FIR is on the basis of that. Manjeet, I want you to stay on with me. And Kamal, I want you to stay on with me, and I'll introduce our other 2 guests also into this conversation. But let's, before we get to the timeline event, let's get you what the cops version is and what is the version of the students. Listen in. 2 very different versions, viewers.
वीडियो है कि हाँ मैंने वीडियोस बनाई हैं और मैंने भेजी भी हैं और उसने ये बोला है मैंने भेज के डिलीट कर दी।
लड़की ने अपनी ही कुछ फोटोज और कुछ वीडियो जो हैं अपने किसी बॉयफ्रेंड के साथ शेयर की हैं। इसके अलावा उसके मोबाइल फोन से और कोई किसी प्रकार का जो मटेरियल है वो नहीं मिला है।
सोशल मीडिया ते सारी तरीक़िਆਂ दी खबरां चल रही ने जो कि जी लड़कियां ने सुसाइड कर ली है, वो गलत है और देयर इज नथिंग, नो सब्सटेंस इन दैट, देयर इज नो अटेम्प्ट, देयर इज नो डेथ।
उनके बारे में उन्होंने बताया है कुछ, और जिस लड़की की फ्लोर की सुसाइड हो रही है उस लड़की को बंद कर दिया है अंदर और उनको बोल भी नहीं रहे कि यहाँ पे सुसाइड हुआ है, जबकि यहाँ पे सुसाइड हुआ है और हमें इतना भी पता नहीं कि उनका सुसाइड हुआ है, वो जिंदा है मरी, हमें कुछ भी उस चीज का पता नहीं है।
It's more of rumor mongering. It is very hard to tell people about the facts immediately, because when the tempers are running high, people usually have a tendency not to believe. So that is the reason why we registered an FIR last evening itself, and we arrested one of the accused as well. We are investigating this matter.
सर हमारी जो सर वॉइस है सप्रेस करी जा रही है हमारे कॉलेज की तरफ से, फेक अनाउंसमेंट्स बनाई जा रही है कि कोई ऐसा कुछ नहीं हुआ। सो वी जस्ट वांट टू से that the voice of a college should reach our CEO, so that he should take the steps required.
You can understand it's a complete trust deficit between what the cops are saying and what the students are saying. I want to take you now through the timeline on what really happened over the course of 48 hours, and we'll cut across to our guests after that.
September, Saturday, 3:30 p.m. 5 girl students report to the warden of the Chandigarh University, saying that the accused girl was caught making videos. The warden reprimands the accused but takes no action against her. The girl students then approach the hostel manager, who confiscates the phone of the accused. The manager questions the girl. The girl allegedly confesses to making videos. 7:30 p.m. protests break out on the campus of Chandigarh University. 9 p.m. the cops use force as crowds swell. Few girl students faint. The girl students who fainted are taken to the hospital in ambulances. Seeing ambulances, rumors abound on suicide attempts. The accused girl is first detained on Saturday night, later arrested. Sunday, 18th September. Cops arrest 2 men. One is the girl's boyfriend. Sunday evening, protests peak again, with students wearing black bags. The cops make a startling claim, adding a new twist, saying that the girl made only her own video and not with others. The cops and the Chandigarh University administration maintain the girl filmed only herself and sent her own video to her boyfriend, who shared it with his friend. 7:30 a.m. Monday morning, 19th September. Students call off protest after university accepts demands. 9 a.m. 19th September. Authorities suspend 2 hostel wardens. 11:50 a.m. 19th September. The DGP Punjab Police, on directions of Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann, sets up a 3-member all-women SIT to investigate the case. 3:30 p.m. 19th September. Chandigarh University leaked video case accused produced in Mohali court. 3:40 p.m. 19th September. All 3 accused in the Chandigarh University leaked video case sent to 7-day police custody. Bureau Report, India Today.
So this is what went down, viewers, in 48 hours. But what it led to were massive protests, some of them fueled purely by rumors on the Chandigarh University campus. Lots of unanswered questions still. Is the girl, the accused here, actually a victim of a witch hunt? Because the cops say she only sent her own video to what the cops allege was her boyfriend, then why has she been arrested? That's another question that comes to light. I want to cut across to our panelists this evening, Shashi Kant, former DGP Punjab, and Talish Ray, she's an advocate. Mr. Kant, I'd want to come to you and get a better understanding. You've been the former DGP of Punjab. If the cops say that this girl has only made her own video and sent her own video to what the cops say is her boyfriend, then why has she been arrested? Why is she being, accused of making these videos, which the cops say she's not done? Why the arrest? Mr. Kant, can you hear me, sir? Okay, we're having a bit of an audio problem with the former DGP Punjab. We're going to correct that. But Talish Ray, you know, what happens is at times when hashtags of justice for our Chandigarh girls begin to trend, with what is actually the truth gets rather blurred. And in this, it does seem, you know, a long way in terms of what has gone down, what has, you know, been perceived, has only been fueled by rumors. Because if we are to go by the cops' version, the girl did nothing wrong.
So as such, if I were to look at the sequence of events, and I haven't gone through the FIR, the fact remains that there is an FIR, and I think at some point the university will need to take its due action in accepting that they needed to have more stringent standards in board in terms of when we're looking at certain videos that are surfacing of how the wardens handled in terms of the girls that have been accusing, as well as the fact that all universities are supposed to have a committee which is supposed to look at these issues of sexual harassment. So currently, when I look at the overall picture, I think between the rumor mongering, between the students being agitated and sort of coming down on the streets and talking about their own version, it becomes slightly problematic, because as such, if an FIR has been registered, thereafter the accused have been taken into custody, they've been produced before a magistrate, things are moving in the fastest form of fashion that they can. And in the meanwhile, amongst the young community, the sort of sense of anger that is there is something that the university needs to look at, because it would then point towards, as you rightly pointed out, a trust deficit. And where does that trust deficit come in from? Has there been a culture like this that exists in the university? Is there a committee for the sensitization towards gender harassment, which can be woman qua woman as well? Has there been an awareness made around campaigns around privacy and what gets covered under privacy, and all of those issues? So I think Chandigarh University will need to take a step back and look at those issues and build up within the student committee a consultative mechanism to address that future situations like this do not arise where students come to a flashpoint within its university.
You know, Mr. Shashikant, he's back with us. He's been the former DGP Punjab. So would you, try and demystify the many questions that have come to light? Because one question which is being asked, if the cops insist that the girl only took her own video and sent it to her boyfriend, then why the arrest? Why has she been arrested in the first place? Number two, in the way that you have seen this issue was handled by the Chandigarh University, the cops say that they acted immediately on count, but the way the university handled it, do you think that was wanting?
Ma'am, to start with, I'll say the situation was badly handled right from the very beginning. Number one, when this unfortunate incident happened, the senior-most officials of the university should have gone there and taken the students into confidence about what follow-up action they are going to take, number one. Number two, straightway police said that there was only one vid, which was deleted, which was again a bit too premature. Because till such time the device goes to the forensic laboratory and they certify, because if you delete a video or whatever it is, still its hard memory has it. If it will send the cloud has it. So there's so many things. And what really sort of I'm surprised and shocked about is that they are saying that this particular hostel earlier was a boys' hostel designated for boys. Security norms in a boys' hostel are totally different from that of the hostel allocated to girls. And I'm sure that I was reading somewhere about the education policy, etc., that what all they talk about, what all security norms they talk about, they want them to be institutionalized and be put on the ground in the girls' hostel. In Chandigarh, what is happening in this country?
But Mr. Kant, right. Mr. Kant, I want to ask you again. You were saying, sir, that the Punjab police was premature in now saying that, because not just, that from the top level on, from the IG to the SP to the SHO have all held one view which says that the girl has done actually nothing wrong because she's only made her video. You think this is premature, right?
It is premature, and number one, even if the girl, which ultimately comes out, the girl had made only one wig and sent it to some of our friends, that also amounts, that's also punishable. And again, there's another sinister aspect there too. Was that girl being blackmailed to do all these things? There's in fact the entire Pandora's box which is there. All these questions need to be answered. Instead of jumping onto one statement or the other. Wait for the investigation, wait for the forensic report, and then now that their guys are in the police custody, let them be interrogated properly. Because this is one incident which is, everybody's faith in the universities is shaken.
Right. I want to bring in Talish Ray as well, because Talish Ray, somewhere down the line, where the accused is concerned, the way that was handled, her identity was revealed immediately with videos going viral. We don't know whether she's an accused or she's a victim, whether she really did anything wrong or she was victimized. Her identity is everywhere. That young girl who's all of 22 years would need counseling herself.
Yes.
Yes, so that's one part of it, and that's the unfortunate part when there is a sort of a mob build-up that happens, and that witch hunting is continuing. Having said that, currently we can't say which side this is going to fall on. As Sir previously pointed out, it's too early for the police to start making statements as well. They have been, all three accused have been put under custody for investigation, and thereafter, once a charge sheet is filed, it is something that can be put forward to public. So constantly talking about who may be on the wrong side is something that needs to be determined in a proper forensic manner, because let's not forget that evidence in terms of Evidence Act, read with IT Act, it's a little difficult to adduce. I can send something, I can immediately destroy something. There are media sites where immediately things disappear. So it's important right now to maintain a very balanced view and see who may be what, instead of trying to find who is the accused, who is the victim here at this point.
I'm going to leave it at that, and especially for all those who are watching us, because everybody is jumping to conclusions on what really went down. I think everybody needs to take a step back, and one thing one needs to recognize is that the Chandigarh University and the Punjab Police are responsible for a huge botch-up. They could have handled the entire incident way more sensitively than they actually have, because what it's really come down to is a war of versions, and that's not the point. I appreciate Kamaljeet Sandhu and Manjeet Sehgal, both of them, for joining us. They've been tracking the case very, very closely, and there's a lot that still needs to be revealed. As we speak, viewers, a forensic investigation is on. There is an SIT which is set. Whether the accused is a victim or a villain, we'll only know time, with time to come, and trust us, we're going to keep a keen eye on all developments. Thank you all for joining us.